Stop. Wait a minute.
All right, guys, so guess what? We have the information about the giveaway. I know we said 70K. Things have been moving so fast. We so appreciate you guys. But now is the information you want to hear. Drum roll, please. You got it.
So, man, what we're going to do is we're going to do a giveaway for an iPhone 14 Pro Max. And all you have to do is sign up for the free trial of Aura in the link in the description below. We're going to pick one person out of that list.
And your name is going to be randomly selected with an online digital selector. So it's going to be fair, no favoritism or anything like that. The computer is going to select them.
But what you have to do is once you sign up for the Aura 14-day free trial, you have to send a screenshot showing that you signed up, and you have to send it to cboandsnapper@gmail.com.
And that'll be in the description below as well.
That's right.
All right, guys.
All right, let's get to these reactions.
Let's go. Yeah.
Yo, let's get
back at it. What's going on, guys? So glad to see you. So glad to see you. So glad you're here. For real, I am, guys.
Y'all know what it is, man. Hey, giveaway going strong, man. Giveaway going on strong. Them seats are lining up. Man.
So don't miss out.
iPhone going out. Somebody get the latest iPhone straight to you, unlocked, free.
Okay.
So
I'm glad we're doing this one.
Yeah, Candace Owens said, "Black Americans owe me an apology," and I saw her thumbnail and it showed what's the lady's name with the BLM? I forgot the name. Her name was.
I don't know. Why do I want to say Patrice? But
it was Patrice something.
Yeah.
So. And if this is what I think she's talking about, you do, because everyone's like, blah, 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 her. And then look how the table has turned, my boy.
Yeah.
So let's go.
Let's go. Like that yellow.
I know that. Is it yellow or like lime?
Looks yellow, babe.
To me, not really my birthday, but it feels like a birthday. I feel like I should be receiving presents and that somebody should be making me a cake because of this little update on Black Lives Matter. My friends, guess what? They are headed for insolvency after plunging $8.5 million into the red. Wow, what? How didn't they collect $90 million following the George Floyd? Who was it that was saying that it was a scam? I don't remember. Who was the girl that was saying that BLM was definitely a scam?
That I don't support the Black Lives Matter movement whatsoever because the Black Lives Matter movement does not support me. I think that a better title for that movement would be Black Deaths Matter. They seem to protest, they seem to rage, and they seem to ruin, and they seem to support violence when a black person dies. What about when a black person lives? There are tons of black people that are trying to better themselves in their community. There are tons of black people that are disadvantaged by the homes that they are born into and just not having money. These groups do not fund them. They will pay for somebody's funeral, but they will not pay for somebody's college education.
You say Black Lives Matter is what?
Is a political arm for the Democratic Party.
That has been co-opted.
Correct.
Patrice Cullors continues to lie. Black Lives Matter continues to lie. $90 million, of which $21 million apparently went to, according to Black Lives Matter themselves, it went to building the black movement. Like, I don't even know what that means. $25 million going to building a black movement. Apparently, the black movement was Patrice moving herself, a black woman moving herself into other areas of the communities of people that she claims are oppressing black Americans. She's fearful of white people. White people are so bad. Well, why doesn't she want to live amongst black people? Oh my God, it was me. It was actually me. I was saying that for years. And I got called an Uncle Tom. I got called a coon. I got called all sorts of things. I got called a bed wench. I got called someone that was tap dancing for the white man. And I think what they were really looking for was the phrase that Candace is more intelligent than me and wasn't going to fall for another race hustle. Because that's what Black Lives Matter always was, right? And people that are emotional and are uneducated respond to that, right? They respond to someone saying, the Klansmen are coming back if you don't vote for me. And then they run in the streets and they say, we got to protest Trump because this person tells me the Klansman is coming. But they don't even stop to think. This is what BLM did. They won the ultimate hustle, right? They said, okay, we got Trump in office. We've got the media telling everybody that he's aligned with David Duke and that he's literally Adolf Hitler. So now we're going to get the lowest denominator, which we believe to be black Americans, the dumbest people, the least educated people, which, by the way, factually speaking, when you take a look at the literacy rates in America, it's a bit of a problem. We're going to get those people expect them to respond emotionally and follow us into the streets. And they can grab some handbags. What they'll get back is a few handbags, and then business owners will move out of their neighborhoods, and they'll be impoverished after they sell those handbags. But we're going to give them some fun. And black people just did it. I mean, it was just so dumb. It was embarrassing. It was foolish. I didn't care, not a single minute when I was called a name, because when you're right, you're right.
That's
okay?
right.
When you are right, you are right. And it pays to just wait and let time settle the dust. And boy, has time done just that. Financial disclosures obtained by the Washington Free Beacon show the perilous state of BLM Global Networks Foundation, which officially emerged in 2020 as a more formal way of structuring the civil rights movement. The civil rights movement. Scam. Yet despite the financial controversy and scrutiny, BLM continued to hire relatives of the founder, Patrisse Cullors, and several board members. Cullors' brother, Paul Cullors, set up 2 companies, which were paid $1.6 million, providing professional security services. Basically, Patrisse Cullors hired all her family, all her friends. She dispersed all of the money to them, and now they're going to leave BLM where it is, dead in the water, because it was never about anything other than hustling white people that feel guilty for being white. They're idiots.
Hustling white people for being guilty, because those were the people that were spending the $90 million.
How do you do that? How does the criminal mind get away? I mean, they must have no remorse. It's like callous, cold-blooded. All that money.
$90 million, but then you in the whole 8.5. So you spent more than $90 million.
I don't understand. That's cold-blooded. So what else is going to happen to them?
Nothing. They're going to fade to the black, and you notice you don't see one BLM shirt no more. Like every blue moon, I would go somewhere and see somebody with a BLM shirt, and I'm like, why are you still wearing that?
Disappointment. Such a disappointment.
And black people that are stupid and are so invested in their race that they suspend logical thinking. Also, idiots. And I don't feel bad for either of these people. But so if you donated to Black Lives Matter because you were feeling white and guilty, or you're feeling black and stupid, I just don't care. You got what you deserved. So go on, Patrisse, with your big bad self. Enjoy those millionaire houses. Invite me over. Invite me over, Patrisse. Let's hang out. Okay, speaking of BLM and individuals that are low IQ, who, of course, end up being the most racist individuals in society and also the most violent individuals in society, because when you don't have any intellect, it's very easy to impart your emotions at all times, and your emotions will spiral, and you become physically violent because you don't know how to communicate, you don't know how to rationalize. Well, that was my verdict instantly regarding the adjunct professor at Hunter College yesterday. We showed you, who went up to a pro-life group that was simply passing out brochures to state why they were pro-life. And she freaked out, accused them of violence because they didn't agree with her. And then she threw their brochures and attempted to flip the table in this horrific act of violence. And Hunter College was investigating it, and I declared that this is a violent woman. Well, if I had just held on for a few minutes, I would have found that she then was pursued by a New York Post reporter and a cameraman at her house. And she put a machete to the reporter's neck. The footage is unbelievable. Take a listen.
Let's get out of here. You can't do that.
A machete?
I mean, it is so shocking. You can't even imagine this taking place anywhere. But I don't know, in a country that is being overtaken by ISIS and they're about to conduct a beheading. That's what she looks like. She looks like an ISIS soldier, which, by the way, many people, the most radical BLM soldiers, were ISIS soldiers, right? They were willing to go this far. So you kind of begin to peel back this onion and you realize, wait, what the hell is happening? She then followed them outside onto the street with this machete and chased them running. Take a look. So what you have at first is these two men. They look like they're maybe going to their car, and she's behind them, and she has her hood up, and she has her machete, and she's pursuing the guy, particularly that has the camera, right? Because she thinks he's taking photos, not realizing that there's a dashboard camera that's catching all of this. She's chasing him on foot, and then his partner, who I'm assuming is the actual reporter, then chases her away. I mean, this is just unbelievable footage. They're running around the car. She is a machete-wielding maniac, but also an adjunct professor at Hunter College who also taught at NYU. This is terrifying stuff. And this is not something to mock. Obviously, this woman should be arrested. And then Hunter College finally said, oh, now we're going to release her. So she's since been fired. But why did it take her wielding a machete to be fired, right?
And ain't nobody, like, because I would have saw them like, whoa, like come around the corner.
But
like,
what you going to do with a machete?
She look like she trying to cut some heads.
No, I'm saying you're not going to try to intervene.
Absolutely not. I'm just saying. I'm saying, like, if she coming after you, oh yeah, that machete. I bet that machete come out your hand, and you about to get all kind of street fighter.
I'm gonna
punch.
want you to make sure you have been trained in Krav Maga. That's a machete.
No, I'm saying if they not coming after you, of course I was saying that. But I'm saying if I was these people like right here, they're coming around the corner, it's like, whoa,
they can't even see that. But I'm just saying, totally lost it. Totally lost it.
And in her mind, two things probably going on. The man is after me, and I got to protect myself, and I need to protect my money.
How? No, she don't want to be put on blast. That's what it is.
The man is after me. That's what I'm thinking. And then she was
with no weapon.
Hunter College and NYU. What are you talking about?
She should have been fired immediately after she violently attacked those kids who simply had brochures. How did she even make it into the hallways of Hunter College or NYU? Oh, I know. It was another DEI initiative where you have a bunch of criminals that are flying under the radar of diversity, equity, and inclusion. Because what you are including are people that are insane, that are uneducated, that are low IQ, okay, and that are going to demand that you let them into those spaces to teach what? Militancy. That is exactly what she was there to teach, okay? Calling herself a professor of the arts. No, she's a complete and utter whack job that should be in prison. Want to know another fun fact about this woman? Shalene Rodriguez, that's her name, by the way, is also suing the NYPD, claiming officers abused her when she was arrested in the Bronx during a protest over the murder of George Floyd in June of 2020. Again, I did not have this information yesterday, and none of it surprises me. I made exactly the right prognostications about her, that she's a whack job type BLM protester who is exceedingly violent. And despite her violence, despite having an arrest record with the NYPD, despite the fact that they knew that this individual was a problem and they arrested her, they apprehended this person, she still was allowed to teach in the halls at NYU and Hunter College. Wow. She is not the only person that should be fired from Hunter College. The entire ecosystem that ever allowed her into a position to harm children should be fired, right? Whatever it is, it's going to be some DEI office that's looking for unique and artsy individuals with a history of being violent and protesting and standing up for their rights. They should all be fired. They should all be dismissed. And this goes back to something that is wonderful about Ron DeSantis, that he has done this in the state of Florida, that he has said no to adjunct professors like Shalene Rodriguez, who have no place anywhere but in a prison. If you like this video, you will like the full episode even better. You can find it by clicking the link.
Wow.
I mean, I'm glad that her findings were true, because that's what really woke us up, was watching her documentary, starting to do some of her content. We were like, what?
That was. I was
no.
like,
and it's serious? Like, oh my God.
And then right after that, we watched like Uncle Tom, and we were like, wait a minute.
So eye-opening.
A minute I wait.
But it's like, it's so sad that you have hope in organizations and you put your hope, in people that they're going to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And then when they turn out to be just, corrupt, had no intentions on building up the community at all.
No.
Man, but I was just sitting here thinking, how do people like that think to come together? Okay, guys, guess what? I got this brilliant idea. We're going to start a movement that's going to look like we're going to help this particular group, and we're going to get all this money, and we're going to get rich. I mean, that's what happened. That's exactly what they did. That was the rationale behind it, because that's exactly the organization. How do you sit down and plan it? I guess like that.
And everybody, all my family members, brother, you remember you helped me when I got in that fight and you stood up for me? You security. You about to get $1 million.
Okay. Oh, and you need this? Oh, okay. I got you. Oh, my gosh. That's just outlandish. And I mean, corruption is across the board. It ain't got no color. It's just, it is what it is. People of all nationalities are corrupt. People have, and insert, and no matter what your race is, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying,
for the love of money.
It's just so disappointing, because the black community was looking for this particular group to uplift and help change things in that particular area. And then you get information even more so about some of the deaths that we didn't get in the very beginning. But nevertheless,
now when I'm looking at, man, I feel like, it's a duped feeling, man. When Obama came in, you said a black man come in, things about to change, it's gonna change. He did nothing. She came in to BLM. Oh man, this about to be a movement to help black people. Nothing. So
they did something. They got richer.
Yeah, well, they got rich. So did Obama.
But why isn't anybody trying to go after them in regards to funding, like getting any of their money back? Retribution. Why don't they get money back? Why don't they?
You see how them breasts
taking
you
the
take?
court?
That's how much. That's how much. That's not gonna happen. She's like
taking the court. I mean, why isn't anybody pursuing criminal acts against them?
Yeah, okay, and get what? Negative.
Jail time for being a fraud.
Let me get a deduction of that negative pot.
Jail
it's
time
8.5
for
million.
being a
let me do
fraud.
8.6
for being a fraud. Justice
for Juicy. Man, it's so funny, man. When you wake up, you start doing your research, man. Just some of this stuff look goofy, bro.
But I tell you this: no matter.
Put things in place for black people through policy, but doing this right here is nothing.
I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say, you reap what you sow. It's plain and simple. Don't think that bad overpowers good. It never wins.
Yeah. People
that do corrupt things, it always comes back.
Yeah.
So justice will be served, and they will get theirs. Watch what I tell you.
That's right.
That's how God work.
God makes sure that
that's how God work. The seeds you plant, they gonna grow. You plant the positive seeds, good seeds, you're gonna get some good trees and fruits. You plant that negative dead stuff, it's gonna come back up.
Me and this guy was talking. The guy, he worked at the gas station. I was getting some ice, and he was just talking about how he used to have to lock the ice cooler because people would steal the ice. And we went into a conversation. I said, when people do that, they might have won for that minute, or they felt like they won. I got the ice free. But on the way, it's a high possibility. On the way home, your tire go out. A rock hit your windshield. You get hit with a fine or a bill, because God he'll get it back from you, but it's gonna be more than what you took.
Over bag ice. No, but yeah, it's the principle. It's the principle. You reap what you sow.
Are you a hater?
You reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. And those people that do that type of stuff that mean no good, it always
don't
comes
you know
back.
No good.
It always comes back.
All right, man. That's it, man. Like, comment,
we
subscribe.
We judging.
Just saying.
Just saying.
All right, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't take a nosedive, but comment down in the section below if you want some. We'll see you on the next, man.
All right, guys.
Bye.